Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, October 19th, 2021. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You'll see here the ES maintains a very bullish move here over the last 5+ sessions, ever since this higher low right there. And that breakout, we've seen a continuation higher. We've seen price recover the 44.21s and hold above that level, which again, that's a key midpoint of the previous month's range and would suggest a continuation toward the edge at 44.50, 45.49 rather, 45.50 to be even. So again, any pullback even into that point could provide a bounce into the recent high. So right now, very, very strong market at the moment. If we do begin to see some rejection of the previous session's high and we leave a tail behind and start to fall into the previous range, that could become a short-term topping pattern where, again, a pullback of some magnitude may occur. For example, something like this right here, where after a big push up, price was higher to begin the day, but at the end, price had pushed back below the high and closed below the midpoint. If something like that were to occur again, it may be a short-term topping pattern here, but for the most part, very bullish here. Any pullback could be a buying opportunity. We're now seeing the 8-period average come above the slower moving averages, which is usually an indication that the short-term trend has turned around and now we are moving off the lows. So again, any pullback could be a buying opportunity for a continuation ahead unless a significant rejection develops. Let's take a look here at the NQ. You'll see the NQ very, very strong. This break right here through 15K and through the FOMC key level triggered a nice continuation up. Again, the market now pushing through 15.2, which is a very important level. That's kind of the level of confirmation, as it is the midpoint of the previous month's range. Again, any pullback here could provide a continuation to the edge up above 15.7s. So again, this market remains very strong. Higher low here that developed here recently has led to a nice squeeze, and any pullback, even if it's a one-day shakeout type of pullback, could still be a buying opportunity for a stretch ahead. Now keep an eye on this recent high here, as this is a zone where we could perhaps see a bit of rejection and a pullback in the near term. That's 15.4. That's where we saw an outside day develop there, and it's also where the failure occurred and opened up the original selling pressure in late September. So again, that's going to be a short-term key level, but any pullback could still be an opportunity to buy moving forward. All right, let's take a look now at crude oil. Right now, crude is seeing a little bit of intraday selling pressure. For the most part here, this one inside day, and remains strong, although we haven't really pushed much higher beyond Friday's range just yet. Instead, here's Friday's range, there's the high, there's the low, and so far prices at the high have been pushed back in, and prices at the low so far have been defended as well. So we are basically still inside that range. Today's price action is inside Monday's price action, and we still have an upward bias. It's very similar to what we saw here, and we're seeing it kind of again here. Overall, everything's still trending up. So far, the discounts have been below the 8-period average, so anytime it gets below the 8-period, that's been the opportunity to buy ahead of the next swing push higher. So one flush here could be ahead. Perhaps if today is more range bound, a violation of 81 early tomorrow could be an indication of some selling pressure, followed by what could be some rejection of some sort, perhaps as low as 79. Anything below 80, that could provide a strong pivot low, and from there we'd be looking for this thing to push higher 5 to 7 handles. From 79 plus 7, that puts you at 86, and 86 is the 100% target of this key range that we've been discussing. So again, waiting for the next pullback. Right now it appears more range bound, fade the edges with an upward bias. At some point, if we can get ourselves a 1 or 2 day pullback here, that could provide a great recharge of the next move higher. All right, let's take a look now at gold futures. Gold has been a lot of chop here lately, but 1760 continues to be the level to watch. Here's 1760 right there. If you bring it across, again, you can see how important that level's been. When it's, wiped it out, it had to come back to it and then reclaim it. It's been a level where it has just continued to be a great pivot for price action above or below or right at it, as this right here was precisely at it until we moved away. So from a short-term perspective, to stay above 1760 has two levels above. We talked about 1800 and then the 1835 to 1840. The 1800 was reached. 1801.90 was the first move right out of the gate, but that was right out of the gate and came back to 1760. So right now we're mostly chopping within this part of the distribution. At some point when it gets above 1800, we'll be in this part. But again, the overall downtrend has remained intact, and it appears that every time we get some sort of bounce, it is met by equally strong selling pressure with again, an inability to really stay above 1850 or 1900, so we continue to see newer lows. So right now, again, any failure to hold 1760 has 1720 and 1680 down below as the next key levels. For now, we likely see more chop within 1760 and 1800. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Day 2 continues today with our 5-day premium boot camp. Day 1 was a wrap yesterday. It's already up and available for those that want to rewatch it on demand. If you want to be a part of it, you can still jump in with the 50% coupon code there in the link below, and that'll get you access to the 5-day live boot camp in addition to all the other various things we have available for our room. So take advantage of that. PivotBoss.com/trial offer. All right, good luck today, and I will see you in the room. Take care.